How is our new season unfolding? After we had the full moon in Aquarius, something new will come up, and I will take a look what this is about, and I do something different. I will put out a whole spread of Lenormand cards. It can look a little bit crowded on the table, and then I will see about different areas of our lives, and this is a collective reading. I will jump in to do sign readings as well, but I will do them as I am called to somehow. I don't know what that will be and what the order will be, so there will be some additions to this channel, and I want to take a look at the Lenormand cards to see where the areas of our lives are heading, and then I will draw some oracle cards and clarifications, and let's take a look. And this will be a little bit, will be a lot of cards on the table, but gives me a good idea. Because in Lenormand there are 36 cards, but you can see that they show a lot of areas in our lives. So, and maybe you can read cards as well. Just remind yourself that that is often something where we have to do our own spread to read our own cards. Someone else can read it in a different way. And that's just a reminder to allow me to interpret the cards as I am supposed to. And we see in the beginning of the spread there is the ring, so there is a new beginning in relationships. And there is something that is showing up. If you are not in a relationship, there is someone new coming in. And that is the energy of this person can be somehow a little bit restricted. Maybe there is something they are a little bit afraid of relationships, but we can see that there will be a perfect match. We have the mirroring of the male and the female, and it's not about gender, it's just an energy. But they are meeting on in this new cycle. And we have the male looking into the sun and a little bit restricted by the mountain, and the female is looking into the book, and she is not knowing what will come to her. There is something in her life, and you can identify as whatever you want. There is in Lenormand we have the male and the female card, but it's as I said, it's not about gender. You choose the one that are you, and I will just tell the stories that I see in this deck, and you do with it what you want. And always remind yourself, it is never about making your decisions or something else. It's about finding hints where to go, or what to do, not a decision-making instrument. So we have the woman looking inside of the book. Maybe she is writing a book. Maybe she has a secret. And maybe she has a secret because she's afraid, because the book is lying on the place of the clouds. But there is a message coming in, and we have the message coming in that she doesn't know that it will appear, and then we can see what happens. And she is heading into a journey that she doesn't like to do. And on the other side, it is a new beginning for her in stability. And it's in stability and in health. It's a new beginning for her. And something that she doesn't want to have is her theme that she had with money. And this is about the courage, and the money is lying on the place of the courage, and it's mirroring the park, and that's where she has to make a decision to show herself, maybe show up as, and we have the change in through the stalks in the area of her star, her North Star, her calling. Can be something that she sees that she has to do in her relationship to spirituality. Maybe she is a seer and she has to move forwards with it. She has to let go of the darkness and of the stagnation that she had in her life. So you can see with the stories I tell, you can see who to identify with, and that's the main reason why I say it. And so she is changing. There is something changing in her life, and it's related to money. It's related to health and to her home. And he is looking into the energy. He has the lucky cards on his side. He is I think he's a wealthy person. He has a home. He has a house. He has a lot of energy. He has a lot of wealth. Maybe he is standing in the open. Maybe he is something like an influencer, a famous person, someone who shows up. He is a lucky man because he is sitting on the clover. And he has the clover and the sun at his side. He's stable. He is, but he is a little bit blocked because he is stable, but he is missing something. And what he is missing is the change and a loyal someone at his side that is like a gift. So maybe he had a relationship that was lost, and I think he had, because we have the mirroring of the mouse and the ring, and we have the mirroring of the flowers and the bear. So something maybe changed in his life, that his partner changed partners. She wasn't loyal to him. So there was something that changed, and he lost and let go of the attachment to her. So there was something that changed in his life about this. The female has something coming up with a female figure in her life. It can be an attachment to someone who was wrong, who did her wrong, maybe even. There was something that was not okay for this woman. And she is stepping into her heart with that. Whatever that means, I think there is something coming up with this person, and maybe it is a mother, maybe it is a female person, that there will be something coming up that needs her attention, and maybe she travels and she cares for a moment what happens to this person, and then she moves on, because what we see is that she will let go of the attachment, that she will let go of the story that is attached to this person. And then she steps into harmony, and she steps into harmony with this person. She gets a lot of confidence stepping into a new relationship, and yeah, that's. Let's see what we see more, and we have in the area of the female again. We have the moon, and I guess because she has this the flowers on the coffin, and she has the what I said about the change in the area of her spirituality. It's like a calling for her. She is someone who is like a moon figure. She is connected to the moon. She is able to read the signs. She's able to read the stars, and she's able to read energies. So she is a clairvoyant or clairsentient or audient or whatever clair she is, but she is one. And she put it behind her because she didn't want to show up like this, but this is changing. And maybe she was really connected to the idea that she had no there is no way to make money, to make your living with this. And she was afraid that she would get lost in a way. But that's changing now, and she is doing something different, and maybe it is like in self-employment, that maybe that is something where she starts step by step and stepping into the area, because she like lost her job. She and that's even with him the case, that maybe he changed his job, he lost his job, but it's not as dramatic for him as it is for her, because he has this stability. He can do what he wants, and he can be self-employed, and he has the resources to do so. I believe that she has a wish to do so, but she was like held back a little bit. But that is changing, and it is changing with this whole theme about this female person that is something like a trauma in her life, I would say, because we have the sickle and the fox, and we have the female, the snake, and the attachment to that. And I think that something will happen that gives her the ability to let it go. And there is, and what it is there is this secret, the secret that comes with a snake, the secret that will show up with a snake. There is something hidden, and it can be something related to the health of the snake that is difficult at the moment, and the connection to the energy. So there is something missing in the snake as an energy, and she is losing her stability in a way, and she's losing her way how she deals with those things. And this is the moment where our female steps in and does something to help with letting go of the energy that is connected in there, whatever that means. I don't know, maybe you know what that means. But if you have the chance to, if you are this character, if you have the chance to let go of something that is hurtful from the past, Maybe you can let it go. Maybe you can forgive. Maybe you can let the snake off the hook, so to speak, and give yourself free as well. And interestingly enough, it doesn't even matter if you identify as that one or as that one, because they are mirroring the whole thing. So there is something like the attachment in family that is attached to him as well. The only thing that he has in a more in a better way is that he has the stability, and he has the money on his side. And even if he loses some with losing this his person, his female partner, that was the flowers. And I said in the beginning that there was something that she wasn't loyal, but she got stuck in a way, and maybe maybe he is even a widow. I don't know, but it's possible that he is a widow. But there is something around the snake that is like something will change. And maybe the snake has really difficulties to with the health, and there is something like a conversation about what happened in the snake's life and in the woman's life, and maybe even in his life. So there is a theme coming up, and it's, I don't know what that means, but I think there will be something that will be cleared that you don't know yet, and will lead into feeling much healthier than you did before. So there is something, and it's attached to your heart. Would be great because it's Leo season. We are in Leo season. It's connected to our heart, and it's leading into something that is much more healthy than you expected before, or that you experienced before, I would say. If you are searching for a job, this is the confirmation that there is something coming up, but there are things coming up that are not right for you. There is something that you will love, and it will be maybe even attached to traveling, but it's not as much as another possibility will do. So we have two offers here, and one of them isn't the right one, but you will see what it is. You will know, because there is the heart attached to it, and that is the only question that is correct for you. Is it the right thing to do? Does it feel right? Does it feel right to be loyal to these people, even to this company or whatever it is that comes up in your life? So it is the invitation to follow your heart. And what we can see in the last cards that we see here on the table, I will put them a little bit up because you cannot see them at all as I can see. So there is something coming up that brings you clarity in your new beginning, and it is attached to letting go of something, letting go of an attachment, and to move beyond it, and to move beyond anything that is maybe even the borders. I think it feels like it leads a little bit into other countries, But in a way, it leads into self-employment. It leads into something where you decide for yourself what you will do, and it will be attached to spirituality. And for a moment, you have to live with money that is growing, but it isn't as much as you want it to be in the moment. But it will change. That's the promise, because we have the storks on the stars, and we have the stars on the key of of wish fulfillment, so to speak. So it is something like a thing that has to happen in your life, that will change. And so let's take a couple of oracle cards and tarot cards to see what the cards have to say. And we have the 6th house, sustainability. We have Mercury as the communication, and we have Chiron as the healer. And this is like the confirmation of the thing that I said about the woman that is showing up here, where something is coming up that leads you into the past and leads you into the ability to heal this relationship in a way, by letting go of things from the past. So that is the confirmation. Sustainability is the 6th house, is something that you step into that will sustain you and that will help you to be stable and to to hold yourself up in a way. And that wasn't the case before. You were dependent on other people, and this is not what it's in the future about. So let's take one of these. And that's beautiful as well, because there we can see that we have this one. That's really, really, really lovely, because we have when you had the idea that you have to do something right now, it's not, because we have the card 8, and it is the desert of inspiration. And there we can see them standing there in total stillness, allowing the wind to move her dress and her hair and the mane. And they are staring into the desert because they know that something is coming. And because they know they don't have to do anything, because it will come. And this is the confirmation there is nothing to do at the moment. So it will show up. The possibilities, the opportunities will show up in your life. And the card 12 is authentic power. It is stepping into your authentic power, into your creativity, into your spirituality, and enjoying yourself doing this. This is really beautiful, because it is like the confirmation to be you. And it's important to do so. So let's take a look at these as well. And there we have in the hand, and we have the jeweled web. And this is the confirmation as well. The universe is your partner. The universe has your back. And it will show up in this, and in this connectivity there will be opportunities that will lead you into the next phase of your life. the numbers 31 and 32 are in order, right? So we have something like a raising of the numbers, and the universe has your back, and the universe in the hand is the confirmation that you are not alone. And maybe you felt alone for a long time, but you are not. And this is the confirmation. And then being connected to all that is, being connected to the universe, being connected to life itself. That's a choice. And we can do 100 things to keep us disconnected. But this is a choice to stay connected and to be there for other people, to be there for yourself, to be in this relationship to the universe and to spirit itself. So, and then I want to see a little bit. Let's take a couple of tarot cards. And then I will leave you with this, and you can tell me in the comments if you like this way. We have a volunteer, and let's take it. We have, and there we have Temperance. We have the Ten of Pentacles, and as you can see, we have the and it is leaving behind the Five of Pentacles. It is the stability that will come into your life, with the abundance that comes with the King of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have Temperance as the invitation to be to be patient about this. And then we have the Ten of Swords, so we have two tens showing up, and that is the ending that is showing up with what I talked about with a snake and the Page of Cups, with a new beginning, even with a new beginning of feeling, and the Knight of Cups offering something to this whole situation. So I think that there is something that is ending, and it might be even a painful ending, because we have the Ten of Swords. So if the snake will show up with something, and the snake was someone who hurt you in the past, there has to be something like a healing. There has to be something like a healing of the situation, a forgiveness, a letting go. But in the moment when we face those things, it is often hurtful. And then we have to let it go. And to let it go means let it go, and it can hurt as well. And the whole situation, we have it with Chiron here and with a coffin. It really can mean that even the end is hurting in a way, but it is ending. It is, and it was connected to the way how you felt about abundance. And it was connected to your lack. And to your lack mindset. And maybe that was something in your family. There was a poverty thing in your family, and now you can let it go. Maybe there was something like someone in your family hurt you really bad, and that was connected to your self-worth. And this is the moment to let it go. This is the moment to let it go for once and for all, and to let it go even with the connection to your self-worth, because now you can see it was never connected to your self-worth. It was never saying something about how valuable you are. It was just another person doing wrong things, but it wasn't about you. It was about the mindset and the ability to be friendly for this person. So it was her lack. It wasn't yours. It was just projected onto you. And so we have a final card. Let's take a look what this final card is. Phoenix will rise. You're not permitted to enter into the divine fire of a personal transformation unless you are capable of and worthy of the challenge. The reward bestowed at the other side of the journey is such that all suffering throughout is redeemed. No matter what struggle you have endured, you shall rise again. This is your destiny. And that's really beautiful, because what I said in the Lenormand deck, the stars are on the key, and it's like being in this position is destined for you. Being abundant is destined for you. And to allow yourself to rise again like the phoenix, you have to be willing. In the same moment, you have to be willing to burn. That's what the Ten of Swords is about. The Ten of Swords is about let it burn down, and then step into the abundance that comes with it. Collective, I hope it gave something to you. That was my intention, to give something, and to, if it caused anxiety, it's not your reading. I want to emphasize that. It's not something you already know, those things that I mentioned. I don't tell you anything new, and there is nothing in here that has to cause anxiety. That wouldn't be the right thing to happen. So take what resonates and leave the rest. That's always the right thing to do in card readings. And discern what you take and what you don't take, but be curious about the next steps of your life, because they will be great, and they will be highly supported and connected to the higher good and the higher good of all. And that is something that I really expected to be the collective reading after this full moon in Aquarius. So beautiful, and thank you for being here, and thank you for figuring out what works for you as a reading, that is, because you are the audience. This reading is for you. Thank you for being here, and if it resonates, leave a like and subscribe. That would be great. Thank you so much, and I see you soon.